morning. Good morning, tribe. How's everybody doing today? We got a little bit change in weather. Gonna be a little sunny right now, but it's cold. We love it. Sweater weather. I love fuzzy sweaters. Ponytail day. Wanted to talk to you again some more. We're at the very end of October, and it's still Breast Health Awareness Month, as well as Osteoporosis Bone Health Awareness. But specifically, I want to talk about the fact that toxins. When I use the word toxin, what comes to mind for you? Is it, streaming black smoke out of the factory, or is it the stuff you spray around your house, the pesticides, cleaning products? Stress and lack of sleep can create a toxic environment in your body. And all of these toxins, but especially environmental toxins, can threaten your breast health. And a couple of the reasons why is that breast tissue is particularly vulnerable to these toxins because so many of them mimic our hormones. And that's why, for instance, I make you pinky swear with me when you're a client to never drink water out of plastic or styrofoam, or drink anything out of styrofoam or plastic. Those chemicals that are used for the plastics and the styrofoam leach into whatever the liquid is and pretends to be hormone-like in your body, and specifically estrogen-like. And because the breasts are fatty, they're fat tissue, the cells are fatty, the body uses fat to tuck away those toxins. And so our breasts are very vulnerable to storing toxins. Think about all the years that you used Secret or Dove deodorant under your armpits, where you have the largest collection of lymph cells and fatty cells. And of course, those deodorants have aluminum in them. That's part of the thing that makes them antiperspirant. It plugs up your pores so you can't sweat. Breast cells are also very rapidly dividing fat cells, and it puts them at a higher risk for mutation. You see, it's not that your breasts create cancer. Cancer is a cell that has mutated, maybe from an impact from a toxin, and it's a rapidly growing cell, and it grows on its own with its own little mind. Breaks my heart when I hear that a woman wants to cut her breasts off to avoid breast cancer, because that's kind of not the way it works. But anyway, so many of these environmental toxins, what they're spraying in the air, in your yard, in your cleaning products, are what we call fat-soluble toxins. They're not water-soluble, and they dissolve instead into fat cells. And we talked about pesticides, heavy metals, all gravitate towards your fatty tissues. And many studies have found high levels of what we call POPs, persistent organic pollutants, in the environment, and can accumulate in breast milk, in fact. Glyphosate or Roundup is what we would call a persistent organic pollutant. And they are, again, when an environmental toxin mimics your own hormones, it's called a xenoestrogen, meaning it's coming from the outside, coming in. The most common one we had for years was BPA, which was the phthalates found in plastic and food containers, food packaging. And everyone says, well, I got a BPA-free whatever. Well, it may be BPA-free, but they just replaced it with BPS, and not a big enough group of people have raised a stink about BPS to get it removed from our containers and food packaging. So there are foods and supplements that can help remove these hormone disruptors and balance our hormones. And I, for instance, take a supplement called BreastDefend. It is developed by Dr. Isaac Elias from Econogenics. Fabulous product. One of the key ingredients in that particular BreastDefend supplement is DIM, D-I-M, which is the active compound found in eating cruciferous vegetables. That's why I recommend Brussels sprouts every week, asparagus every week, cauliflower every week. DIM is an essential phytonutrient for breast cellular health. Ways we can naturally detox. You know, we do detox 24/7. The liver's always busy getting rid of chemicals and things. But ways that you can support your body's natural detoxification process, for instance, is sweating. Sweating and sauna is magnificent. If you can get as much sweat out as you can, either dry sauna, wet sauna, infrared sauna. The key is once you've started sweating and then you finish, shower off immediately. You don't want to reabsorb those toxins. You can take a hot detox bath with magnesium flakes in it a couple nights a week. That also supports the body's natural detoxifying mechanism. I like to make sure we're moving our lymph. The lymph system is as vast as your cardiovascular system. And as I mentioned, we've got lots and lots of lymph nodes down our neck. We have lots of lymph nodes around our armpits, around our breast, behind our knees. And dry brushing is magnificent, and it takes a minute or less with a really great natural boar bristle brush. And you dry brush up into the direction of your heart always. That's a lovely way to stimulate your lymph. Or you can just bounce on your toes for a minute while you're brushing your teeth, while you're checking your emails. Bounce. Because unlike the cardiovascular system, which has a pump, our heart, the lymph system has no pump. And so we need to keep moving. I also have a little rebounder that I jump on, and I have a power plate that shakes and vibrates to keep my lymph going. Side note, cellulite is really just stagnant lymph that's accumulated in fat cells. So as you can keep your lymph moving, you won't get that stagnation and buildup of the toxins in your fat cells. Ladies, I know it's kind of a hard habit or a hard tradition or difficult transition to go from underwired bras to no underwire bras. I think there are lots of fabulous options out there now that still give you the lift and separate and support that you need for the girls. But by keeping really tight underwire bras on, like from morning to night, you are stopping the flow of the lymph, of the toxins. So by releasing, you get rid of those toxins. So transition. Go to a lovely department store. You'll see there's amazing options. Even Victoria's Secrets, that's the one I'm wearing today, is an underwire bra that has lots of support and lots of shape. Another way we can support the body's detoxifying capabilities is from a gentle cleanse. And I'm going to talk about again my 15-day holiday reset, 15-day cleanse. We can do something like this about twice a year. It's a way to kind of give the body a break from all the digestion and ingestion of all the chemicals and foods and pollutants and things going on in our life. And biotics research has created this lovely, incredible 15-day cleanse. And it's 2 shakes a day, and I've made mine this morning. It looks green because it does have a lot of vegetable protein in it. I made mine kind of pumpkin pie flavor this morning with my frozen coconut, my frozen pumpkin, frozen avocado. I used coconut water this morning and pumpkin spice. Oh, that is so good. So I feel like anybody can do anything for 15 days. So with the 2 packets a day, 2 snacks, 2 shakes, you get a packet of supplements that are all designed to support your liver, your gallbladder, the detox process, antioxidant. So they recommend 2 shakes a day and 1 clean meal. I can do 2 shakes a day, breakfast, lunch, and save my meal for dinner. I can have breakfast, my meal for lunch, and a shake for dinner. I also like to have bone broth handy. Now this is very filling. For me, I've made it very thick and creamy, so it'll be very filling. But if you tend to get a little bit of craving sometime during the day, I like to have a little bone broth to sip on, and it's very filling and very satiating. And of course, bone broth is great for your bones, your skin, your collagen. It's got all the great amino acids in it and minerals and things. So if you're curious about the 15-day cleanse, we're going to start on Monday the 7th. So you can see in my newsletter, there's a place to sign up for the cleanse, or drop me a direct message, instant message, something. Let me know if you're interested in doing this with us. I think it's important to go into the holidays feeling clean and clear and level-headed, and not go into the holidays and indulge and wake up on January 1st thinking, oh, I'm full of regret. I need a detox, I need a cleanse, I need to join a gym. Let's go into the holidays prepared and perhaps lose a few pounds. I did have a client. This is not a weight loss program. Let me make it clear. This is not a multi-level marketing weight loss program. This is a metabolic reset. So if your blood sugars are running a little high, if your triglycerides are running a little high, and it's difficult to kind of figure out what am I going to do nutrition-wise to bring all that back into rein, a 15-day reset would be a great starting point. So you would get 2 shakes a day, 2 packets of supplements a day, a little bone broth in between. We're going to have a kickoff call on Sunday the 6th at 5 o'clock, a Zoom call for everyone that's signed up. Get your questions answered, make sure you've got your product ready, you've got some ideas, and there'll be some Zoom calls all along the way for checking in. I need your order by the 30th this weekend if you want to participate, because I got to make sure you get the product delivered to you. And it usually takes about a 2-day turnaround, but I don't want to risk you ordering like on the 2nd or 3rd, and we all start on the 7th, and you still don't have your product yet. So wrapping up, it's still Breast Health Awareness Month. We are still concerned about where the toxins come from, whether they come from our dirty skincare products, our deodorants, which, by the way, that's a whole nother subject, but there's a lot of opportunities and alternatives to the commercial deodorants that are out there. And sauna, hot bath, dry brushing, rebounding, keeping your lymph moving, which again is a side note, great for getting rid of cellulite. And if you're interested in knowing more about the breast supplement that I take, and several of my clients take it, anyone that's ever had any sort of cystic breasts or hot spots or concerns or even breast cancer, especially if it's estrogen dominant cancer, estrogen receptive cancer, this BreastDefend by Eco-Unigenics is a fabulous product, and it is available on my Full Script dispensary. And if you'd like to know more about it, let me know. I can give you some more information. But October 27th, can we believe that? But thank you, Lord, for sweater weather and a great time. I always love visiting with you all today. And let me know what you think and what you need to know.